Welcome, Leo. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for August the 1st through to the 7th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you truly for all of the loving, positive support that you send my way each and every day. I truly do send it right back to you, wishing for all the happiness and joy and abundance to be in your path forward as well. So now let's see what the cards have to say about the energy that is surrounding us. Now, it's a pretty exciting week for you, so I'm expecting these wonderful cards. Let's see what happens. Because we not only have the sun in your sign, but we have the moon, the new moon energy. So this could be a reinvention of yourself. We start with the Ace of Cups, so the cards aren't letting us down at all. This is embracing love, and embracing new experiences, new ideas, new passions, desires, and dreams. Own them. Where do you want to move forward? I mean, what a beautiful time to move forward. Ace of Cups is the very first card. Now, this is also your service to another and the give and take. So it could be give and take in relationships, within the community, within the home, within the workplace. Okay? Where do you give? Where do you take? How does it affect you long term, short term? And this is embracing the love, the joy, the beauty that's around you. So this is definitely a week to get out there and enjoy. Maybe a walk through nature and just take a deep breath and smell in those flowers. The beauty of the world around you. The beauty of you. We have the Two of Pentacles. So in balance, absolutely in balance. Let's get a couple more cards up before I start talking to that. Hangman, also about our balance. And then we have the Death card, which is the rebirth. Beautiful. So we have the Two of Pentacles and crossed over by the Death card. So there is an imbalance in your life that you really need to look at, okay? It's not allowing you to move forward with the liberation, with the freedom that you truly want. So you have to look at, well, you know, we have the Hangman here saying it's meditation, it's prayer. We need to take time out to really understand where there is balance in our life and where there's not balance in our life. And we need to address where there is not balance in our life, because that is not allowing us to grow, to step into our true identity, our true self, our passions, our dreams, feeling that liberation, feeling that freedom. Okay, so, you know, where is the imbalance? Where are you being held back? Where are you putting too much energy in your life and it's taking away from other areas of your life? So are you working so hard because you want that promotion, you want that raise in pay, you want to get that new product out there to somebody or to the world? Maybe you have a small shop or something and you've got some new product coming in, you're just putting all your energy into getting it in and displays and advertising. And so what happens? What happens when we put all of our eggs into one basket? You don't want to drop that basket, that's for sure, because that's all you're working on. Everything else in your life gets depleted. Relationships start to deplete, your spirituality, your health and well-being. So we need to take away a little bit of energy from one area of our life and make sure that we are living a balanced approach going forward, because I think in order to step into any new wonderful experience, opportunity, relationship, unless we are balanced, I mean, at some point we have to address it. So we want to address it while the energy surrounds us. So this week, meditate, pray, ask yourself some powerful questions on how to bring the balance in, on how to walk maybe through the chaos, leaving the chaos in the aftermath, right? Behind us, in the past. Remember, we have a new moon, so we want to plant those new seeds. I mean, if there was ever, you know, blow out those candles, make those wishes. Underlying energy, Page of Swords. Okay, so there is a lot of spontaneity in you. There's going to be ways of you to actually step into letting out your inner child this week. To feel the joy of being alive, of having friends, of celebrations, of smiles and laughter and giggles, and it's in the moment and it's small experiences. You might want to rush into something business-wise or spending money. Don't do that, okay? not with the Page of Swords here as your underlying energy, because you're going to want to. You're going to see something shiny and you're going to buy it. And 3 days later, you're going to find out that it was a no return policy on it. And you found out that it did not add value. You know, that could be another imbalance in your life. Where you were spending your money. Are you getting true value back for it? Where do you have your money invested? Is it really bringing a rate of return that you were expecting? Or do you really need to revisit those things in your life to bring balance into your finances? We have the Knight of Swords. Now this is our overriding energy, so you should feel the vitality of this week. It's almost like, you know, you have been coming through the woods, and it's a slow trot through the woods because you don't know when the path is going to end, and you're going to have to backtrack, so you better remember the way. So you better memorize every tree and rock and shrubbery so that you can make your way back to go in a different direction to try and get out of the woods. You can't gallop, you can't run, because you're going to hit a tree, you're going to trip over a rock, or the path is going to be gone. And so now we've hit the meadow, and we feel alive. We feel ready to go. We have that sword raised, and we are yelling charge. We are full of vitality, ready to champion a cause. Hopefully the cause is you. Success. Going towards success. You know, failure is not even in your vocabulary when this card comes in. Now we have the World card with the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, how wonderful is that? The World card. You ever say to yourself, oh, you know, I wish I could finish this chapter of my life, but this is holding me back. Or I wish I could move into this new experience, but this is holding me back. So the World card essentially says you've come full circle in your path, which you have because it's your birthday month, so happy birthday. But there's things that the path just doesn't end and a new path begins. There's always this overlay of new energy and old energy. And so we don't want to be taking any more old energy with us than is needed, right? We want to prioritize, we want to release any old baggage, we want to tie up the loose ends. We want to have those conversations. We want to have that to-do list and cross them all off so that we walk forward with a freedom, with a liberation. But with the Ace of Pentacles, it also talks about a new path of abundance or well-being going forward. So either you will receive something. Now, it could be just a thought, so that's a gift from your angels, your spirit guides, God, the universe, or it could be something tangible, something physical. Or it could be a person, a mentor, to either move you into a new experience or to help you get rid of the old baggage. So it could play out one of two ways for you, depending on what your priority list is all about, how much old baggage you have with you, you know, what is in store for you moving forward. Maybe you're already in the beginning stages, but there's something that is still holding you back or wasting your energy or wasting your time, or maybe you are not putting enough time and energy in a certain area of your life. For work, career, we have the Eight of Pentacles. It's a work hard week, and you are looking at perfecting whatever you do, making it better, or you are feeling like you can do that. I think if you had a list a mile long, you'd have the energy for it, that you would want to hit everything, you want to do everything, you want to do it well, and you want to move on from the experience. Or if you are in the creation of a project, maybe you are a painter, and so now you're going back over your work, just trying to add a couple of little extra details to just give it that extra oomph, that pizzazz, that take your breath away moment when I look at it, when somebody looks upon your artwork. But it could be in any area of your life where you are looking at perfecting your talent, your abilities, what you do day in and day out, on how to make it better and how to make it the best. For love, relationships, we have the Five of Cups. Well, first of all, I would say don't bring the downfalls of a past relationship into this relationship. That could very well happen, where this relationship isn't going right because the last relationship didn't go right when they started doing that. And now they're starting to do that, so this relationship is just about toast. It's that kind of thinking. It's like putting in a predestination for your arrival, that you already know it's failure. You're looking at the downside of the relationship. You're looking where it hinders you. Now, since we had a lot of imbalance, okay, you may be using the relationship as your reason not to go forward. If you blame the relationship, then you don't have to look inwardly at yourself and where you are actually putting energy. This is where you need to give your love, to show your love, to show your commitment to love, to think beautiful, passionate things about love, sensual things about love. But that's probably not the energy you're going to be feeling, okay? That's the work project, okay? Because you're not going to feel like that at all. This is kind of like the blame game. Or something that happened years ago within the relationship, you're still drudging up. You're still bringing it up as part of every argument. It's time to let go. It's time to move on. It's time to leave that baggage in the past. It's time to reconcile that hurt once and for all. And if you're with the person, then work it out together. If you're not with that person anymore, then it's time to let go. It's time to move forward. It's time to say, that was then and this is now. And it's what I do today. It's the choices I make today, which are going to affect my tomorrow. So I would think relationships, this is kind of crying over spilt milk. This is closing the barn gate after the horse has gotten out. And the barn door. It's in the past. And so you need to move forward. And maybe you don't want to get into a relationship because of the past. It's time to let go. And maybe it's just the fact that you need to forgive yourself allowing yourself into a certain situation, allowing things to go to a certain length. Okay, because in relationships they do a little thing and you get that little voice, right? That says, I don't like that. But you let it slide because it's kind of in that romantic first stage of the relationship. But as it goes on, that trait only becomes stronger. And then when you try and say something, it's like, oh, now this bothers you? It hasn't bothered you for the last 10 years. And you get that argument instead of what it should be about, their behavior. And so all of a sudden you leave the relationship because of that behavior. And there's a blame you put on yourself. You need to let it go. You were full of hope that you could change the relationship in some way, that it would change in some way, that it would grow to a newer and deeper level. It didn't. We roll the dice. Sometimes it doesn't work out exactly as we were thinking, but we now have the knowledge to step into the new relationship, knowing that if they do that once, you're going to say it. Because it ain't happening twice. So, love is kind of a mixed bag for you. As far as your future is concerned, it's looking beautiful. New opportunities. I mean, we have 2 aces here. But there's an imbalance in your life that is definitely not allowing you to move forward. And so when you meditate, when you pray this week, look at what is truly holding you back. Where you are putting a lot of your energy and where you may need to put your energy. Because it's not always that we're doing something too much that's the problem. It's because the lack of in other areas of our life. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.